is there any chance, I loved that you talked about that you wanted to be on The Good Fight and that, you said they weren't going to pay what my rate is. And I thought it was so important that you did that. And I so respect that you did that because
thank you.
So much is don't talk about certain things. And,
Right.
and you think about who are the people that benefit when certain things aren't talked about, and certain things being money or
Right.
deals or what contracts and stuff like that. And it's always the person who is not empowered in this situation who loses.
Right.
And I thought it was so important that you did that. I was wondering what was the response to that, but also is there any chance that now you will be on the show?
Thank you for asking, and two great questions. So, I hate talking about money. I find it crass. But we live now in a world where equal pay is a very important platform for all of us women who do everything in high heels and backwards to what men do. I love men, but it's got to stop. And I am in an enviable position in that I can walk away from a job. Right? I know how lucky I am that I can say no to a job. So while I was shooting The Hot Zone, actually, Robert and Michelle called me and said, we think enough time's gone by. The show's got its own legs. We'd love to have Alicia come back and deal with Christine Baranski, her character, and Cush's character in this sort of vigilante group they have going on, anti-Trump. And I said, oh my God, sign me up. I'm so excited. Yes. 3-episode arc. I get to work with my friends. Great writing. I miss Alicia.
Yeah.
And it was great because in the beginning when they had asked me to come on it, I didn't want to steal anyone's thunder. And I felt it was really important for people to see these characters on their own without
Yes.
Alicia Florrick, because then it would be about Alicia Florrick. And
Right.
that's not right to do to your friends. I still don't think it was right that Jay Leno went back and did his show. He threw Conan under the bus. Like, you don't do that.
Right.
You just don't. So we were talking about it, and I said, great, this sounds fantastic. And then the head of CBS called and he said, is it true that you'll do it? And I said, absolutely, 100%. You have to make it worth my while, but 100%, I'm so excited.
Because you're a professional.
Right. Well, and also, I'll be honest with you. And I wasn't asking for $1 million. I wasn't asking for $500,000 an episode. I was asking for what I got paid on The Good Wife. So a spinoff of my show to play a character that created that show was asking for what she should get paid. And it wasn't asking for the moon.
Right.
I could have asked for the moon. I didn't. Now, the reason, and I never spoke about it. So months went by. And I was in France I was a jury member on a television film festival jury, and I was doing international press. And whenever I'm in a press situation, the first question is, will you go and do the good fight? Will you go and do the good fight? And I started making up stories. Right. Oh, I don't think this. Oh, I don't think that. And I thought, why am I protecting CBS? I said yes.
Right.
They said no. And you know what? I need to pave the way for the next one coming up. So I started talking about it, and I said I wanted to do it. It's not because also they were twisting it that I didn't want to be on the show, that I didn't think it was good enough. I watched the show. I love the show.
Right. You can't not love the show. It's wonderful. Yeah.
But I'm not a guest star.
Right.
You don't pay me a guest star salary. I would get a guest star salary if I went and did SVU. It's not my show.
Right.
I wouldn't ask for what I got paid as Alicia Florrick. And I also know for a fact that any male star who was asked to come on a spinoff of their show would have been offered at least $500,000. And I know that for a fact. So I thought, why am I protecting? It's like the letter Jennifer Lawrence wrote when she found out about American Hustle.
Right.
She said, I did a disservice to my fellow actresses, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. And I thought she was so brave to write that letter. And that's when this all started, the brouhaha. Yeah. And I thought, well, I've got to speak up because it's crazy to me that CBS wouldn't honor that. Now, that being said, I'm not angry. I just needed to speak my truth, right? So that's speaking truth to power. What they choose to do with it is up to them. I actually have a deal with them right now for a really great pilot that Jennifer Salt wrote about journalists. So I mean, I will work with them. Um, and if they were to ask me to go back on the good fight, paying me what my salary is in a heartbeat,
Right.
of course, I always would have. But I'm not going. You have to value your worth, and so for the people who, get angry when they hear me say, well, they weren't paying me what I'm worth. Think a little harder, because this isn't really about me at all. This is about every other actress who doesn't have the voice or power to be able to say that.